Disclose any licensed music you may be sharing. That stuff. That stuff's like. It's not good. It's not good. They just kick you every time that you play something. So I've had a lot going on, and I haven't had much to add to this world yet, but I did fix the dark mode. Or maybe not.
Go into the dark place.
Oh, now I feel bad.
Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain.
Oh. Okay, I see why. I'm gonna be right back.
The event is delayed.
That was a great round, guys. Yeah. See you next time.
We all need to rejoin.
Actually, it's kind of good timing. My food just...
Alright then, that's it for
my food just arrived, so I actually have to go.
Oh, okay.
But I'll be back.
Thanks,
I'll be back
everyone, it's
later.
cancelled.
Okay.
I was just gonna go eat quickly. Yeah.
Enjoy.
I'll see you in a bit. I'll be back.
It's cancelled. Event cancelled.
Well, I'll see you guys next month.
Oh!
It's not canceled.
Hey, Riven, do you see the problem? You left my camera in the other area.
So I realized the issue, and it's because I have whatever I needed to in like initiate instead of like on update. So crud, that's not gonna work great for this go around. But whatevs, it's here, and I can always rejoin if anyone needs it. So yeah, this is dark mode. Just a change of lighting to show off any emissions or visual effects that require a darker setting. And this is it.
Alright. Boom.
Look, my camera was left in the other area again.
Hey, beep.
I had it on in dark mode, but then it disappeared.
I have a question. Wouldn't it be easier to move the world instead of all the people?
No, light baking doesn't work with it.
Light baking work? No.
So the reason why I had to move worlds is because light probes don't get updated in real time, as far as I know. And so I just threw them far away from each other and just have everyone spawn in or teleport. Otherwise, I would have just like disabled this and okie dokie. So for anyone who would like to share today, please form a line on this side of the pavilion, and I'll take a screenshot and get the names of folks.
Oh goodness! What a fine crowd we have today.
I tried starting the event off with sharing first in a segment of your own avatars and then public avatars after that. So merged them together, now it's both. So if you want to share a private or public avatar, just come over here. It's all just one thing. Okie dokie.
Wait, so if we're also showing off a model that someone else made, we get in this crowd?
Yes.
Yes. Did you not listen to what Evan just said, right?
So who would like to, is there any time constraints for if you need to go early or you would like to go last?
I would like to go nearest the end.
You want to go near the end? Get over there.
Yeah. Oh.
Get over to the end.
Okay. don't talk about my dither. I'm very self-conscious about it. Okay, I got everybody. Feel free to go to the other side and take a seat. Except for you, Koopa.
I'm first.
You come
Okay.
up here.
Go up.
So, hello, I'm Nerd Koopa. I make robots like many others here, and I'm gonna show 3 avatars today. First, my latest one. This.
Nice.
Hold on, let me actually turn off comfort turning so I can do a smooth turn.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Yet another one of my retro-futuristic robots available in my avatar world.
Put your camera up here.
And another one of my designs that I originally designed way back in 2014 in Gary's mod, and I made it out of props there. And I finished this in Blender. I finished the remake of this in Blender earlier this week. I started on Monday and finished on Wednesday. The fastest I ever made one of these.
Wow.
And also, I gotta mention that everything I'm going to show today is not full body compatible because I have no way of testing. Well, at least not conveniently, without bothering everyone. So yeah, this comes with a hue shifting and saturation shifting.
It works.
You're a bit bow-legged,
And-
but besides that, it works okay.
And I
Click the
yes.
mirrors over there by the bars. It will actually enable a mirror and a camera. What?
That's what I'm
Yep.
doing.
You see the spheres over there by the bars?
That's what I'm doing also. Yes.
You silly
But yes, where was I?
boss.
Yeah, body hue, body saturation, and also eye hue. And that's really it. It's just a pleasant looking fembot.
Well,
And,
the floor is at the floor. My knees
and,
are at my knees.
And the other one that I made since the last meetup, roundup. I mean, sorry, I keep getting the event names mixed.
Seems to fit
It's
okay.
this. This one was inspired by old tractors. All right, that bot was inspired by a particular concept car, a Buick Centurion 1956. I forgot to say that.
A mirror.
Yo,
sounds
sexy
cool.
cars.
Sexy cars.
But yeah, this also
Oh, yeah,
comes
like
with
that,
body
that,
hue,
that, that lady
but
from
no
the Fish
saturation
House
shift for this
film.
one.
I know what you're on about now.
And also eye hue.
It wouldn't work.
And yes, everyone has already called this Iron Giant and Rodney Copperbottom's dad. So
It's Bender.
It's still
I didn't think about that.
Okay, that's a
before
new
you
one.
said it.
And this one was my this one was my first time trying to make weathered metal, and I am not happy with the end result because I had no substance painter. This is all Blender. So I need to find either
turn on the mirror?
I need to get a better alternative substance painter, something that's cheaper.
Well, there's
Probably
almost
over here.
Also, it doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, it looks fine.
But it's that feeling of I could do better.
Oh yeah, totally. You can make that super easy in Substance.
All right. Forgot to say, both of these robots they have 8 facial expressions. That's as usual for all of my robot avatars. Negative emotions on the left hand, positive emotions on the right hand. 5 negative, 3 positive. That's always the same on all of my robots. So if you know how to use one, you know how to use all of them. Because there are only so many ways you can make a happy face.
What about both at once?
Both at once.
Like,
You can do both at
really
once.
happy that something happened, but
Ah yes, the Y boner.
Excuse me?
Oh, I can do this.
Never mind, bad joke, referencing Team 4 Star.
On both hands, looks like he's crying.
Anyways, okay, the third one is this. Just a little.
I like the little one.
So yeah,
I really like the feel of the fingers in
this one is
this.
that I wanted to make a fully analog face. So if you can see, the face is literally 2 stencil tapes with eye cutouts and mouth cutouts going over light bulbs through tensioner spools.
Look over here.
How do you make the visines on the textured face?
The visine is literally just one animation that moves the mouth to an open position. I really wanted this to have no just UV offset on Poyomi. I really wanted this to have like an actual like several more mouth visines, but I couldn't get it to work at all. So now it has only one speaking face. And it also, yes.
Can you show it with the camera? Like go closer to the camera with your face so they can see it.
What?
Yeah, over here.
So, yeah, you position it because I had the screen turned off.
There you go, that's good.
Oh, cool.
It's the
There you go. Oh, it's a
There you go.
Oh, and there's a yellow shape behind it.
Yeah, those are the light bulbs.
Yeah. It's incredibly creative. I like that.
Yeah, wow.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
And same 8 faces on this one too, on same gestures.
I like your circuit board.
Wow.
I like your bolts.
And you can put the hood down as well. And oh, fun fact about this one. This one was originally going to be a robot impim. Originally. But the moment I found out it's a closed species, I figured, okay, I'm not gonna open that can of worms, so I turned it into this instead. And that is why it has a hood. It's a leftover from that stage of development.
Wow.
Oh, for those who don't know what the impim is, you might have seen them. They are like fairly common. Hold up, where's the table?
It's literally table but half the size.
Hey,
Yes.
you should count to 10.
Give us a visual demonstration.
I don't have enough fingers. I use my little robot toes.
So tempting to just switch into like
What
some
toes?
avatar right now.
Robot toes.
But yes, that is an impim. And this was originally going to be a robot version of an impim. But again, closed species, and I figured, nah, not gonna bother starting trouble with that.
Open that
But
can of
the
worms.
end result is still nice.
Oh yeah, the end result's fantastic.
And that's it. And that's it. That's all I had to show today.
Ooh, thanks for showing.
Thank you for showing, Koopa. That's I'm in love with the conveyor belt-esque emotions. It's lovely. You take it.
Yeah, I'm taking it. I'm stealing
The
it.
next person. The next person up is Fruffador. Fruffy, get over here.
Oh, thank you. Making me nervous. Hi guys. It's been like 2-3 months since I was here. I was gonna go to the one in June, but I broke my arm the day before. And then the next month I had a 4th of July party and I couldn't cancel those plans, but I have 4 avatars to show today. Let's see. So I like to experiment with shapes and learning the tools of Unity and so on. When everyone screamed at me about, oh, you can use constraints, I was like, what are those? So I went on a journey to discover constraints, and I made this hydraulic avatar that is like 40 extra constraints. And it's like held together just by entirely constraints practically. It's kind of inspired by a design I kind of saw in DeviantArt. I took a little inspiration from it, but try to make my own version. But yeah, I learned a lot about this. Like in the mirror. Oh yeah, another thing is I've never really made any of my avatars public, so I can't share them just yet. and I don't really consider them finished yet either, so I want to keep working on them. But one fun thing I learned about this avatar, look at constraints don't work on the head. Apparently there's this weird back-end stuff where mirrors are not an exact replica of your avatar, it's a recreation where the head is not missing. Oh, am I lagging? Oh, but the
You're fine to me.
Yeah, fine.
okay,
It's been addressed
but
somewhat in 2019 though.
yeah, I hope so. I mean, I still see them not connecting on that mirror. It's a weird, strange issue. Yeah, and it's only locally, so you guys see it fine, and that's okay. But every time I wear it, I get a little annoyed on my own end.
I
But
have a feeling.
Yep. Pro
it's,
tip,
yeah,
don't look at the
it's
mirrors. Problem solved.
yeah, I just knowing that you guys see the right version is all that matters to me. So yeah, it's this was a fun exploration of constraints. I did let's see, this avatar I showed off last time, and this was incomplete, and I decided to kind of work into a finished version. So I kind of wanted to show like what it used to look like, and the redesign that I was able to finish with Substance Painter. Let's see if this loads properly. Okay. Yeah. I had wanted to do something where like an elbow joint was in the middle of a giant sphere. And so it does work to a certain degree, but it is, yeah, it's, then I just kind of used this half sphere design around the structures of the character and just kind of made this weird sculpture thing. I don't really have a name for it. It's called the second sculpture avatar with some more spike design. Yeah, so I was like doing glass shaders and stuff, yeah.
You have a mechanical engineering background?
Yeah,
No.
last time you shared it was just like a rounded bar, but you've added this glass to it. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, and then I just wanted to play with the weird sort of curved spike motif, and I gave it like a beak, I guess. It's just a bunch of shapes I like to work towards. Yeah, so that's this one. Let's see, level out. So, I don't think I showed this one off last time, but I found a way to make it work with constraints. I have to get my arms to a position. This is an actual character from some anime. It's called Rinsauhao-chan. I just love the design so much, I had to make my own version. And I made it so the arms kind of have this weird sort of, they overlap, that's a bug. I want to have restrictions on how much they can rotate, but they go like 360 around the cylinder body. But he's just this weird little like tank character from like a battleship, and I was like, I love that idea. He's little paws on his flipper things. He's got a propeller on his back. I had to remake this myself. This is yeah. And so the arms stay fixated to this height, and there's a lot of constraints going on. I experimented with that, and there's like the dynamic bones and the turret parts. It was really fun. Weird little guy I made with some expressions. I forgot which hand pose they're on, but okay. And then finally, Nerd Koopa showed me this thing about elbow constraints, and I realized, oh, you don't have to make it so when you rotate the wrist to rotate the elbow. So I made this sort of character with like hoop arms, and they hit something. Yeah, and these kind of based similarly on the other av I showed, but the actual arm stays fixated on this joint that is in the center of these rings, and they stay perfectly aligned. So that was this guy. I still want to do like hue shaders and the colors. It's like channel 2 colors and maybe like some different textures, but yeah, the hoops was the main thing I wanted to try and demonstrate that you can actually do here, which is really fun. I was just like, yeah. I like making my avs like line up really well. Oh, that's disconnected. Come back. And yeah, that's the 4th avatar. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know if anyone has any questions. I know I haven't made them available to be shared, but I can switch back to one if you're curious about anything. that's okay.
You okay?
Yeah, that's kind of it.
May open than that.
Woo! Incredible work.
Setting up a gallery.
God damn.
Thanks.
That's really good.
Someone asked if you had any thoughts about setting up a gallery.
Yeah. I would like to get all the avatars out and make them shareable. When I feel really comfortable doing that, which hopefully soon. I do want to also try to make like some sort of social media profile to share my art, but I haven't decided on how to do that just yet. I have a few things in my backlog I can put up there, and I think it'll be really fun. I was looking at like maybe DeviantArt or Instagram, maybe, I don't know, just options, but yeah, that's what's going on. Yeah, thank you guys. All right, I'll move over here.
Thank you, so unique.
Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, your avatars are incredibly unique. What wonderful materials, styling, design, all within a limitation of movement. It's absolutely incredible. Speaking of incredible, the next is inevitable. Inevitable.
Who's cutting the grass?
Inevitable.
Hey, Ribbon, who's cutting the grass?
Oh no, I just have
noise in the background.
So, a couple months ago, oh god, no, what the fuck? Okay. A couple months ago, I found a game called Mad Rat Dead that I kind of fell in love with, and I felt like I had to model some of the characters from it. So, I have 2 avatars from that game, and this is the first one. This one's kind of got a little bit more love, a little bit more fleshed out. There's a couple features on this thing. First of all, it has the 2D Visine like UV set up, but I also have a toggle for that for when he can have like a sad or like an angry mouth, and it'll also play a completely different set of Visemes whenever you're talking when you switch it to this angry mouth. Which I thought was kind of interesting. And then kind of the main thing and then the main thing, I know about audio link shaders, and I've kind of been wanting to mess with them, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. But I do have a system on the heart where you can change the tempo of the heart, and I think it's from a range of 200 to 50 to 200 BPM. So if I want to make it beat faster, I can use a slider and it'll beat way faster. If I want to make it beat slower, I can make it beat way slower. And then I also have the option to restart the animation. And so let's say if there's like some song at 120 beats per minute, and you have your heart set to 120 beats per minute, but it's not quite in line, you can line it up with the song. And then you can also hide the heart altogether, if you so choose. And that's about it with this. I don't do too much 3.0 stuff all that much. And then the other one, I haven't worked on that much. It's still kind of unfinished. But if you so choose, I also model the heart is also a separate character in the game if you ever played it. So this is what he looks like when he's not in his chest. So if you and a friend ever want to use this, your friend can turn off the heart, and then you can also just run around as the heart separately. There's not any 3.0 stuff on this yet, but all he's got is gestures right now. But yeah, both of these were made from scratch in Blender.
There's a station in the other one where this one can sit.
Not yet. I've heard people say that I should do that, and I might do that actually when I get off, because that sounds like a fun idea.
What game
But yeah.
is this from again?
It's a game called Mad Rat Dead. It's a game nobody's ever heard about because they only released it on Switch and PS4 for some reason. But it's very fun. Music's really good. I love all the character designs in it.
You need a PC version.
But if anybody knows, that's the one thing that I kind of want to the one takeaway from this is if anybody knows audio link shader stuff, specifically with like vertex displacement, so I could set up some sort of system to have the heart beat with any sort of song that's in the world, that would be awesome. Because that's kind of like the main idea, is to just have the heart beat up, like line up with any song.
That would be so cool.
Very cool.
Any questions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is there a resource for like setting up a mouth like that? Because I'm absolutely going to need a mouth like that in the future.
Friend who could use it too.
I have a FX layer set up for it. I could probably send it to you later. All it is just like the viseme parameters set up with the regular condition for visemes, plus an extra parameter that's just a bool, true or false. So it is kind of a pain to set up because there's 14 different visemes, and then you have to do that twice. So I might be able to like send it around.
When I tried to do that exactly that way, I couldn't get the mouse consistent at all. It was like they either got stuck or they went to completely random ones. So I don't know what's wrong.
Okay.
Isn't there supposed to be some support in Avatar 3.0 about like setting up moods for characters? It's not. I was gonna ask you if you're using like that mood system, where
a mood system.
Mood to this. I've heard something about this.
I'm not sure.
It's like
That wasn't like
That wasn't like a thing so much as that was just like a generic implementation. Like that was just them showing you could use like blend trees to do something like that.
So that's something you could write
on
top of Avatar 3.0. In other words.
Well, it's possible, like parameters, if you want to go to extra it's that.
Okay. That might.
Using highest.
If an avatar got injured, all of a sudden their walking animations would turn into a limp instead of a standard walk.
Oh.
That kind of thing.
That sounds cool. I want to look more into that so I can see that. I'm not sure if it would apply to this avatar, but that sounds really cool. Also, I forgot to show. I mean, you probably saw it because I've indexed and I always accidentally trigger my gestures, but this dude has facial expressions also. I forgot which ones are which, but yeah. Any other questions?
Full body?
All right, cool. No.
Yeah.
I don't. He's much too stout. He's too stout of a man to work. I have gotten it to work by crouching while I'm calibrating, but it gets really janky.
Very cool.
So, all right. I think that's about it then. Yeah. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
It was a surprise to see you in that avatar weeks ago. I heard about that. I heard about Mad Rat Dead through a friend as being a niche game. So seeing you in it was like, wow, whoa, interesting. Yeah.
The game is awesome.
It sure seems like it. Yeah. Next person up is Marino.
Get the fuck on the stage.
Hello, everyone. I have a confession to make. I make Avatar. I know, shocking.
Wait, is this isn't April 1st?
No, it's April. I don't know. Not feeling this one. I'm showing off an avatar that I've shown off the first time I went to Avatar Roundup. But I added a couple things to it because I didn't want it to go over good last time, and I decided, you know what, screw it, and then I decided to add more stuff to it, but it goes into medium now. It's clonable, and I have 2 versions of it, so yeah, I just want to know if the radial menu is very user-friendly, because the way it implemented the radial puppets could be kind of convoluted. Also, you might have to show avatars for it to work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You change it. I still have it favorited.
seems. Ooh, features. Customer.
Also got this one too, if you want to use this.
Oh, that's a
I think, is it funny?
Yeah, I want to use that one.
From the previous avatar that I saved last time?
I think so. It might be.
Yeah, although your clothing will be
Shuffle
different
around, though.
because I changed that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Dude, I randomized into the watermelon
I like this guy.
fit. Look at this. Holy moly.
Look happy, Saltbug.
Even this one.
Can't bet you why you look like this.
What?
Yeah. This is awesome. Okay, so what did you add to make a medium?
So every single thing that can be changed with the slider has to be its own separate render mesh, or like skinned mesh, which is not good for performance, and that's why everything
No
was
kidding.
like stilted.
Oh, cool, I can customize it in further.
Sorry.
I didn't.
No worries.
So
Wow, this is.
yeah. So I had to
That's
separate
interesting.
each part of the avatar into a different mesh. You could change the color.
There's no yellow on the jacket. Boo womp.
What about making all of them different materials on one mesh?
Oh, you know what?
Randomized.
Oh, well, if you try to change the color... Oh, transparent and disappear? I still don't think it would work.
button. Look at this.
Wait.
So, like, the main problem is that when you... Yeah.
Oh, I was saying, did you try the vertex masking on Silent Shader? It has like.
I haven't. I got to look into that.
That might actually solve that and bring you back to good.
I gotta look into that.
Look at this. You see these guys?
Mm-hmm.
I have to have 7 individual materials to get those 7 different colors to come out. I can't,
Yeah.
Somehow I can't get a
I gotta see
shader
what.
to
You've
modify
got
its color on the
glasses, you got
fly.
long
the way
hair,
I
you got
want.
thigh highs, you got everything you need.
So I have 7 particle systems with 7 separate shaders. I mean, materials.
You can make a single color, like you can randomize a color in a particle.
You can do that.
Color. Yeah, just make a right one
You
and
can just make-
as
yeah,
long as
just
your
make it white
shader
and have it
supports having
randomized.
the color written.
Yeah, see,
Because, like, my problem is that if you try to animate a material, it will change every material to that color, not the one you want to change.
right, you have to.
So you have to separate it.
The cell shading doesn't seem to work.
What else can I?
Oh, the cell shading? I should probably change it to. I should rename it to something. What that does is it just makes the shader react to real-time lights.
This is my.
Yeah.
Name it Fulbright.
This is my Marina Soda. His name is Cranberry Juice.
Oh, yeah. I guess that would work.
You look like a cranberry.
Work with what exactly?
It's renowned sock.
It plugs into the main the and onto the headset.
I would describe myself as
cranberry. Because it helps keep that headset cold over long periods.
What if you had
Skin color.
Oh wow, I'm so white. Oh, I'm just white.
Like really short cabled I am.
I think this is the best. Just
What do you think Pineapple Man?
tan guy.
If you shout really loud, you should be able to hear me.
What do you think of my merino sono grass?
It's beautiful.
His name is Cranberry Juice.
Look at us, hairy people.
Yeah. I'm blueberry.
So is it hard to change? Is it hard to change the colors of things that aren't the jacket and the undershirt?
Maybe it's just fan transference.
Are you gonna show
No,
me?
it seems to be fine. My
I mean, it clearly has some.
my end.
Considering that your headset's
Look,
vibrating more than
signing up for free trials on
But
Rover.
now that I found it, it's not. I don't need to worry about it.
Does it have any hand gestures?
Does it have what?
Hand gestures?
Whoa. It's kind of ominous.
If you don't have index, it does.
It doesn't have it even?
It's not facial expressions.
Ah, okay, I get it.
You like my merino soda?
That's a nice satchel.
His name is Cranberry Juice.
Sure, would you like to put your hand in here? Be careful. What comes in the satchel never comes out.
What have you got in there?
What comes in it never comes out. Be careful.
stuck in the satchel.
Wait, no, I need. Hold
on.
Yeah.
Help, I'm stuck in a satchel.
Still Quest compatible?
Oh, it's Bento. That was perfect.
No sure.
Yeah, look at those bentos.
Say no more, game.
A little closer.
I need an orange t-shirt.
You know that one?
Bentos!
I don't know.
Yeah, say no more.
I don't know.
I don't, I'm not familiar.
Oh, I can't get say no.
Going brown.
It's a game, you say no.
It's a game you say
No
no.
sure. No sure.
Yeah.
Ain't Floor Master adorable? Being my very loyal mount right now. Yeah.
Mm.
Give some nice pets to Floor Master.
I should ferret this avatar.
Hold on, I'm gonna take a picture real quick. Okay.
You can take the blue pill and stay in Wonderland. Or you can take the red pill and see how deep the rabbit hole goes.
No sure, I tried to take a picture.
Keeping your hands side down. Right, no, you're too late. You didn't choose. You missed your opportunity.
And Mr. Sorry.
Yeah,
Gotta get them
You choose
the
red
other the
or
one.
the blue. Oh, sorry. Yep, you missed
The
it.
red
You
or the blue
you just
pill.
missed it. You're getting neither.
Oh no, the streaming camera is in a bad position. Just look up at the display.
Oh.
He used to wear a hat. Yeah, he used to wear a hat because he was like
Oh, this is making me so nauseous.
Thank you. Yeah, none of these tabs they should really have any features.
Oh.
Got any,
no. Why?
Because I normally do that whenever someone is laying down and dead.
Hello, Peep.
I should be punished.
Just take the blue pill and stay in Wonderland.
I want that shirt.
This is my bit. This is my bit.
Take the rabbit hole, go.
I'm done walking.
Oh yeah, Ribbon, what if I say, I tried pressing A, but I'm just not crying.
Angel wing.
You do look like a nostalgia fairy.
Wow, unfortunately.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Do you have new boots? I did, yeah. I made these a while ago for Fiona's birthday. Yeah.
Someone is gonna cut themselves on those boots.
They're sweet. Thank you.
How are you? Hey, you like Final Fantasy?
I'm doing well.
You like Final
How are you?
Fantasy?
I'm good. I'm good. I just ate. I had to dash out the Roundup for a bit, which made me very sad. But I'm got a full tummy now, so I'm good.
I also like your new... Yeah, Ribbon, I also like your new wing-like things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty nice.
They are. They fit really well.
Until people are tired and bored, but people aren't bored.
Like, it's Ribbon, did we run through everyone?
Avatars are fun to use.
Has everyone gone now?
No. We're at the third one, I think.
Some more people to go.
Oh,
okay,
no. There's still peeping a few other folks. Why do you ask?
Nice, okay. Oh, I was just wondering why.
He wasn't here earlier because eating.
I wasn't here.
No, Marino was sharing their customization avatar, and it has a lot of features to it, so just waiting.
Giving people time, yeah, that's no problem.
You done? You done sharing? You good? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Very warm.
So much to do. I have to eat the
Thank you for sharing, Marino.
It's some great avatars.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Marino, for sharing your avatar. Avatars, there were two. The customization's incredible. It's like you made an entire, oh crap, like RPG character creation. Cause like Pete made the nostalgia critic. We saw Morpheus. Ah, so good. Speaking of the nostalgia critic, the next up is Peep. Peep, get up here.
That's me. It's me, Doug Walker. Fuck again. Fuck. Fuck.
Big-lipped alligator moment.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna show off a model. It's alright, I guess. Oh, this. So it's like this cat. It's
what?
What?
But it's got like a really long neck.
It's like a rubber chicken body.
You cold?
That one cat.
Do you need Michael?
Take on a long cat.
Ooh, Michael. Oh, do I need? Ooh, do I? Do I?
Do you?
Oh my god, what is this?
I do.
Oh wait.
Get him.
Look at the little tail.
Pull out Michael right now. Right fucking now.
I'm so bright. Whoa.
Come on, get up here. Get up here, man. Get up here.
Get up here.
Oh man,
like a,
taking memes and making them into.
Oh, come on.
What do I do now?
Tell a joke.
You've outran.
I'm not in desktop mode. I can't spam keyboard sounds.
Yeah, mine.
Looks like the stuffed animal I made in sewing
Mine's a
class.
pyromancer.
Wait, Pete, who might have touched you? Wait, that was a poor choice of words.
Oh my
Ooh,
There's a
whoa.
gold version of you right behind you.
Oh.
Dude.
Peep, is this like a pillow?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like a pillow.
Body pillow.
Body pillow.
You're a really nice balloon, Peep.
Hold on, can I have it?
It looks like the thing I made in sewing class.
It looks like a balloon.
I swear to God, it looks like the thing I made in sewing class in school.
God, we derailed it before the last person even presented. Oh no.
Drop the mic.
My cable.
Thank you for showing off your cats, Peep. Next one up is Yash. Yash.
Hello everyone. So, this past month, I've worked on a lenticular mesh that I designed in Blender. And here's an example of it right here. Wanna get the camera or something so people can see it.
Is that a portrait?
Oh. It's actually a lenticular depending on what angle you view it at. You can see it.
Wow. That is cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Funny, we got a few different.
Transparent.
It is an actual mesh. It is not a shader.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Have you seen?
It is only 2K poly.
Wow.
2K.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's only 2K.
I need to check it.
Yeah, but Ribbon, think about it. It's made like one of those things for real. It's not just shader based.
I think my boots have more polygons than that.
It's a real.
Yeah, look at 3DS.
Boop. Yeah, you probably could.
It's a bit dense, the polys, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a bit dense, the polygons, yeah? A bit dense.
Yeah, they're dense, but it's only 2K.
That's like.
Oh my god.
That's like half of.
Oh, Metroid.
Those were awesome.
That's cool.
That's something that relies on anti-aliasing.
That button's just as dense. Yes, this is the same exact mesh. I've just made it into a badge on there. Just used a boolean in Blender to make it a circle.
As a pickup somewhere.
That's actually nice.
How did you make it?
Oh, no way. Wait.
Yep. My badge is also lenticular.
Sick.
Wait, it is? Can we get the camera?
Mhm.
Or should I just do it manually?
There. Move around a bit.
It's really, really hard.
It's not set. It's not staying on camera.
That's amazing, Gash.
That's super cool.
There you go. That should be better.
Wow.
And since I normally play mute to explain it, I made a little explanation pop up.
Could you make it bigger?
I could make it bigger. I just didn't add it in the avatar.
The camera is too close.
But here's a picture of the mesh from the top down if you want to see how it's done in Blender.
Zoom in.
Got
Interesting.
3 images.
Oh. What the heck?
And basically the little cones that come off block your angle of view whenever you look at each image. Little triangles on the end of the cones, those block the view of the little side images. So it basically works exactly like a lenticular print would work in real life.
That's really
You can do
cool.
3 images
There's
with that?
this,
Yes,
there's
3
this,
images.
company. There's this company that made a little like display that's like that, and you can like
Yeah, I've seen that.
take
It does like
3D pictures.
yeah, it does like 120-degree angles on that one I've seen.
Yeah, it's
This
insane.
one only does 3 angles.
But I'm still wondering if it won't be
also
more
have-
performant making it as a shader.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, my avatar's
I-
so
I-
good with it on it, so.
I like both ways. It's really interesting.
And I have another.
That the shader would be more performant, but this is much more interesting. And
Yes.
that's being created through
Yeah,
semi-natural phenomena.
I agree. This is more interesting, but the shader is probably more performant.
Yeah, probably. I got another mode on here, but it's only going to work for those who are friends. It's a camera mode.
Oh
I
no!
can just go up to someone.
Unfortunately.
Let me get ribbon here.
Oh.
Just hold still for a second, and I will lock the camera, and then.
You took my soul! Oh wow.
I can't see it, sadly.
You don't have
Yeah, unfortunately, the camera mode
Don't have
only
Yasser's
works for friends. Which VRChat would go back to where cameras work for everyone.
We need to vote on
Safety
this.
setting. Safety setting
Can I
for
get a closer
cameras.
look at
Exactly.
Especially now that they're rendered on the GPU, probably.
Okay, more reasons.
The best way to view it is from the top. You can actually see each of the little ridges.
Oh, whoa, yeah.
Wait, are you taking a picture and putting it on it?
There you go.
No,
I'll swap it to one where everyone can view it.
Oh, it's so tiny. I can't tell my
You can almost not see it on the rift.
Yeah.
Fucking rift.
That's so tiny.
It's so red.
Hey, is it eatable?
Yeah.
Is it edible?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll take the forbidden cracker.
I had one of these in the past that I made, but it was like 17k poly, so.
Well, that's a good improvement.
Angles.
Oh no, it's Uncle Samsonite.
Yes, that's what I've worked on the past month.
Okay, that's
So.
I was gonna ask like.
Any questions on it?
Did you see it on?
Switched it to Uncle Samsonite.
Their jacket. It's got the prefabs logo and.
I'm scared.
Yeah, sure.
How much of a pain was it to actually line up the pictures?
It's really, really simple. All I had to do was I created the first little angles, and then I did an array out. But before I applied the array, I set one material for each picture, and then you take and apply the array. It applies it all the way out. You assign your picture to the material, and then you just do a UV project from bounds, and it gets the exact shape of the picture.
Oh.
And then I just atlas the materials. So I didn't have to do anything UV-wise.
I feel very stupid listening to that and not understanding a lot of it.
Oh, I understand you.
all my UV shit has been very.
Well, it's all basically just perspective. Mm.
Yeah, you just do, if you set your blender to view from front, and then you just, when you go to like unwrap, you go unwrap projection from bounds, and it will literally set the, whatever the UV is, the mesh, into Blender and set it to the exact bounds of whatever picture is in the material.
Ah, I thought you did something more complex than that.
Yep. So, really simple to set it up on there. Never done projection from bounds? It basically, it takes like this corner and this corner and stretches it to the exact like dimensions of the picture that's in the material. And so then it'll just...
How does that help you with 3 different images?
Well, it's all from viewing from the face, so it doesn't have to be at an angle at all to see it, because you want it from straight on views. A little complex.
Sounds to me. Dial-up noises.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's basically looking at it from 3 different angles and applying a picture to it from those angles.
I just, set the picture to the
Yeah.
material and then did the project from bounds, or project from view bounds, directly onto it. So the textures are just regular images when I atlas them.
So are you like taking? So you're taking like a front, left, and right side UV projection, but then projecting those 2.
Actually, it's all just front projection.
Wait, what?
Blender does all the rest when it does the UV from bounds.
What are you?
You didn't have to do any like angles or anything.
Blender guru.
God.
Yeah, the real Blender guru.
You did the donut.
Hey, when are we getting the tutorials?
Go ahead.
To clarify, when you have like, because it works based off of like the little spikes and then like the flat part on the inside, with the flat part, which is the images, like the texture, are there not like 3 stripes with each of the different?
No, it's the cones that come off actually have an image on each side of them too.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, that is a good question. Will it work on a curved object?
I have not tried yet, but I want to say it probably would, but it probably wouldn't be good for pictures. You could probably do like colors where when you view it, it would change colors. But I wouldn't see why it wouldn't work.
Yeah, it seems like if you curve it, you don't get like the
proper angles
that it's meant to.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd probably be like a gradient of 2 different images being worked together.
Exactly.
At that point,
Which could be cool as well.
At that point, it would probably just be better with shader if you want to do something that's curved.
No. You need to make an entire avatar with this and weight paint it.
Oh God.
Maybe next month.
Make it like a
But yeah, the camera mode on it just uses 3 cameras that are at different angles. I thought about putting them all at the same and have it take 1, 2, and 3 pictures so I could do like 3-frame animations on it, like you see with the Samus one I have here, or the Boop one, or the Blink. But right now I only have the camera mode for portrait mode, so it does the 3 different sides.
Hello again.
Alright, any other questions?
Yeah, how many of those little like cone things do you need for a convincing picture?
I did 100 on this. So this is just 100, but I mean, you could probably do it a lot less. I liked it because it gave it like the exact lenticular, like those old bookmark like effects and stuff on it with the line going straight down. I actually have 2 lenticular portraits on my wall that I got from a con a while back, and that's what gave me the idea for these.
Nice. I feel if you went too low resolution, you would see overlapping images, so it would need to be somewhat high.
Yeah. Probably get away with maybe like 50 or so, I'd say. But I haven't tried to see the minimum or maximum.
Honestly, I was quite surprised at how well I could see that up close. Because, like, in real production, they're incredibly tiny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I took this whole thing and shrunk it down for the badge, so it's the exact same amount of polys almost, except for I did a boolean to cut it into a circle. But I haven't tried to see the maximum or anything. Mm-hmm. Any other questions? Nope, looks like we're good.
Nice work, Yash. Very, very cool. So that technique is similar to how the 3DS does it, or is it different? I think that's more of like a parallax grill on top.
The 3DX uses polarized screens, emitting light from the screen in two different directions via polarization, direct towards your two eyes.
Whoa. So how do you replicate that in here?
That's the next challenge.
We are wearing that on our faces.
It would have to be a shader, right? That would either have to be like a shader or ray tracing.
Only left or only right?
The next person up is Spirit Mars Rover. Roll on over here.
Hey, you came back right in time.
Roll on. Chair? Are we gonna get a chair?
Hold on.
Chair.
Reset my thing there. Alright, let's see. I have a bunch of things. You guys will see my Spacesuit Collection. Let's see, let's go to the public one. Where is it?
Ooh, I like space.
So obviously there's this one. This one I fitted to my proportions, but here's the original that my friend uploaded a while ago. So this is clonable. This is from Sketchfab, and then just ran through Mixamo. Obviously it's the intervehicular suit from SpaceX that they used on the Crew Dragon. Not a whole lot of no fancy features. So it doesn't have emissions on the stripes, or like how the actual suit does. Yeah, it's a pretty good design from someone from Sketchfab. Been using this as sort of my main presence on VRChat. Go on to the next suit that I ventured into making. So this suit, also public, is a 3D scan from the Smithsonian of the of Neil Armstrong's suit. This was a pain in the butt. And it's kind of broken right now for full body. Kind of need to play Space Mover. So this was a pain in the butt. You can see there's a lot of holes and stuff. I made this forever ago, before I really knew what I was doing in Blender. But this thing was so many polys. Each of these broken up patches had its own UV texture. That was it was an 8K texture for each of these patches, and there's like 60 different patches. So I had to crunch that down. I had to decrease the. I know I had to manually align the UVs back to the respective images. Was a pain in the butt, and it was over 60 of them, so that took ages. But it came out extremely nice. Well, that's because I used cats. Used cats to make it. There's a couple things I wanted to do with this, like the helmet in real life obviously doesn't move like this. And this is the next avatar I'll show that demonstrates sort of a more of a realistic helmet technology. Where is it? I made this for a booth in VCat, our booth, my friend's booth in VCat. This is based off of the very first spacesuit, or considered the very first spacesuit Wiley Post's sort of diving helmet thing. He went up to very high altitudes. What do you say?
I feel like the AMD Super FX thing, like a Fidelity FX Super.
Alright, so but
A lot of like aliasing
the main feature is that if you clone into this avatar, you can see the helmet in your view.
Oh.
And it only really works if you have full body, because otherwise it kind of like bends down when you're in three-pointer, and that's kind of annoying. But that was the sort of the main feature that I wanted to try out. Although it is pretty annoying in just normal use, because your view is just concentrated into this view. But it was very much inspired from Wiley Post's first suit that he did ages ago, in like the 40s, I think. He did some high altitude flying. I'll skip over those. That was kind of a minor one. And then I have this one, some fancy technology. So let me pull up my. What happened to my place? There we go. So let me pull up my chair.
Yes, chair. Yeah.
Chair. So hopefully this works. I haven't tried it in the new version yet. Oop. Is this here? Hold on. 1 second.
Oh no.
Try resetting one more time.
I did see the chair.
Yeah, it's a little low though. I'll just play space. I'll just play space on. So there we go.
Oh, there you go. That's really cool.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It's just a mesh outside the armature.
Can we give you a chat so you can do the like evil villain like chairs turn around?
I want to change. Yeah, let's get that cat up here. Come on.
That is a villain.
But yeah, it's a rotation constraint based off the hip, and it works extremely well. I also have an udon version. I've been meaning to release both of these somewhere at some point.
Too well. I feel like you're actually sitting in a real chair.
I know, you're so used to people floating around, yeah. You're not used to seeing anyone in a chair.
We need wheels on
This
that
could
chair.
work without constraints, I think. You just
Drive around.
like put it outside of armature as a mesh, and it will just
How
rotate
do your
in your head.
trackers keep up with that?
Actually, no, on your head, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's based off the hip. Do I have any other avatars? Oh wait, the one I made for this, right? Forgot. So, this is a suit that there was a low poly version that I found on Reddit, and then I sort of took the low poly version and used it as a base to upscale the resolution and whatnot. So this is from the anime Planetes. This is the EVA suit that the main company used. It is I think it is my favorite anime that I've seen, and after watching it, I knew I needed a version that I actually could wear. Of course, it's a little big because it's sort of a standard suit. One size fits all, so anyone can get in here, obviously. And I made this, took a couple days to get everything all over, and then I had to rig it myself. I had to learn how to weight paint and everything. It was a big pain in the butt, and it's not perfect. It has some issues, but I'm still extremely happy with the results. And it does have emissions. Can we actually go to the dark mode real quick? I just want to see what it looks like in the.
Oh.
Yeah, and it has the reflectors. Yeah, you can turn off the lamp.
Oh, there's a
dog boy.
Lamb.
There we go.
It's being lit
Yeah, and it has the reflectors
Whoa,
for the dark.
Holy shit.
And I guess the coolest thing I like is the helmet rotates on just that ring, exactly how like that has in the show. That took a while to figure out how to do that with the muscles. I was trying to use constraints for the longest time, but it just wasn't working, so I moved to that. And
Doesn't that mean it also works on Quest? If it's muscle based?
I have no clue. I don't make stuff for Quest. I have no idea. Well, I could try, but there's two settings.
It wasn't a constraint. It was a muscle.
It was in the muscle settings. Yeah, so it's in muscle settings under. So I restrained the neck and the head. So it's just the head is weight painted to just the helmet, and then I restrained the neck so it doesn't rotate at all, and then I restrained the head so it only rotates in this one axis with just the muscle settings by setting everything to 0.
For every time I looked into that menu, I never saw neck options for it. Weird.
It's somewhere buried in there, maybe. I'll probably post some pictures of my setup that I have there. But I was very happy that I found that solution. Let me quickly see. Motion, gravity. Whoa. Pretend I'm like doing EVA. So in the show, the main maneuvering point is as a single thruster on the left arm, and you can see that here. So you'd use this to like thrust yourself in a direction, or in a direction based off of pushing it through the center mass, or in a rotation based off of a torque in a direction. I really want to see if that works in a VRChat world. If that concept is actually sort of even usable. If a human can actually get used to doing that, at least in principle. I think that's it for my stuff, unless I quickly remember have any other spacesuits that I want to show. Yeah, I think that'll be it. So yeah, thank you for looking at my avatar, I guess.
Very nice. Nice chair.
Thank you.
The chair was so cool. Can I use that?
Andy.
Yeah. I want to
Yeah, I'll
finally make a.
At some point.
Yeah, I was thinking like if I didn't want a neck, I would just weight paint the head to the chest.
Sorry.
That's great.
So the final person to come up and present would be G1 Fan. Swim up here! Swim to the stage!
All right. Woo! Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Hi everybody, it's me, back again. Hello. This month I'm showing off this guy, which I've been working on, since the last event. My goal was to get real toony with it. So I think I felt like I did. What have I got? What have I got to show off? It's summer, all right. Well, summer's on the way out, but you know. Got it. So I have. It's still summer, briefly.
It is.
We got like a month left. You can make the most of it. And a half.
Month and a bit, yeah. Month and a bit.
September.
Then somewhere in September.
I don't know. I've always thought June, July, August.
Well,
Now halfway
I'm
through June is
Australian,
still
it's
spring.
winter.
It's the equinoxes. So June 21st to September 21st to December 21st to May.
All right. So we've got longer than I thought.
Hey, that means you don't have to make a new avatar so quickly again.
I got extra time, thank God. out my swimming outfit for when
I guess
know,
that could be
don't have twice
useful
as much.
for winter swimming too, right?
Yeah, you can swim in without it, right?
Yeah, it'd be a bit chilly, but I guess I could.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
And it's coming in the summer.
Oh, Southern Hemisphere.
Oh yeah.
Represent.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, I've got a cool net for catching just miscreants.
No, you gotta do it on the camera. Yeah. No. The problem is the camera is further behind on the screen. I think it's somewhere like here. Yeah.
It's not visually accurate.
Not accurate.
I got VRC lens because I put it on everything. Made a little like underwater camera for him.
It looks like a tablet.
It does look like a tablet.
The screen is huge back here. It takes I can see it like perfect clarity. It takes like my
Hey, can you stop playing Pokemon Go right now? You had a avatar Roundup.
My bad, no, still my bad. There's a Pokestop. It's not my fault they put a Pokestop here. I got a little surfboard for like flying collider so I can just fly around places. And it's
like a flying stable.
Oh, it's
I can pitch it as well using a float.
It's an invisible collider
down.
beneath your feet that you enable with an animation.
That's so cool. What? That's so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's super useful. So because I was trying to get super toony with it, certain things I did. A lot of custom normals to get the shadows to like line up exactly how I wanted them. I don't know if you can really see it. My outline, where's it? It's kind of hard to see it. Nah, you can't. It's hard to see it on the outline animates on twos, so it animates. It's the coolest 12 frames per second because a lot of animation is done on twos. So that's something that it's you don't really notice it until you're like really close to me, but I think it adds a lot.
Kind of like this.
Further away, further away. Yeah, there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
Freckles all over the body.
It's like
Dithering.
Yeah, I got little golden freckles. I think another dithering fan.
You need to get further back. Okay, there we go.
So I've also got different colorations. So, this is the coloration that's called the leucistic axolotl, which is, sort of the iconic one. There's a gold albino.
Hey, quickly get the bugnet, it's worth more.
The bugnet's not gold.
Take the bugnet out.
Well, I've been playing too much Terraria G1, and golden animals are worth more money.
Yeah.
I can't catch myself. That requires quite a bit of contortion.
Straight to that pole at the same time? That's really cool.
Yes. It's just so I have whenever I grip, it's like Angus look at constraint that just points it at the other hand, so you can like two-hand it. Yeah. Perfect. And you can use a stick to poke people if they get too close. You can just jab them.
And I'll sell him for 20 gold.
Spear build.
Yeah.
More color variants.
Yes. 2 more, but one of them you don't think you can see in here because of the way the lights are set up. This is a melanistic one, which is the opposite of an albino. I made it a little bit blue because it's not real life. I can do whatever I want. And then this one's probably gonna look the same, yeah. So you can get.
Do you want the dark mode?
Glow in the dark jellyfish. I don't know if dark mode would work. We can try it. It kind of needs a specific light setup.
Riven, wake up.
Does anybody have a blue light?
Oh yeah, that works.
So there's like basically this jellyfish that glows in the dark that some Japanese guy discovered in the 50s, I think. And they took a protein from it. It's called GFP, green plasma protein, and they just inject that stuff into any embryo they can find to make stuff glow in the dark. So they did it to an axolotl. And so it's the way it was meant to work is it glows under a blue light, because in real life it works under a blue or a black light. So like if it was red in here or green or whatever, then I would look normal. But just under sort of a blue light, it's very convenient that it works in here. And then they glow green.
How do you make it glow different in a different lighting?
So it's my own shader that I made myself, because there's a lot of specific things that I want. So I just made it because it's a lot easier than having to try and figure it out with someone else's shader. I made it in Amplify because I'm not much of a programmer, but Amplify is great. It's totally worth it if you want to like take your avatars up a notch, make your own shaders, like own effects and stuff. It's totally worth it, and it's super easy to use. So yeah, I'm just basically. Listen, I'm not being paid. I swear I'm not being paid.
Wow, secretly being paid.
I swear. But yes, so it just uses I basically just take the light, ambient light, and like take the RGB, and if there's a lot of B and not a lot of RNG, then I glow, basically. All right, let's put the lights back on, if you would, Maestro. Thank you.
My eyes, they burn.
So another thing I really enjoy is I can get real flat with it. If you
Real flat.
real flat.
Except mine is kind of broken because of the worlds thing and the shade I'm using.
What?
So it's
It's just a lovely effect.
I wanted to be a cartoon, so I became flat. It uses Luma's Luma 2D system, which basically injects Luma's code into basically any shader, and you can get flat with it.
And that's why you see this issue on mine, G1. That's why you see this issue on mine.
If you want a really good example of like weird trippy VR stuff, close one eye and look at G1, and then open both eyes again.
Yeah, you don't have a
So you won't notice that G1's completely flat until you have both eyes open. If you close one eye, they look normal. Other than the slightly weird issue with the shoes.
Yeah.
Because perspective just kind of breaks.
Yeah, this one
you won't
works
be
with
able
one
to
eye.
tell that there's no depth.
Depends on the angle.
Because you don't have any depth perception if you have one eye.
Yeah, it gets real funky.
Have you added the other 2D thing?
You just don't know how deep.
Nah, I didn't add any of the other manual
Haha.
control with it.
Could this be paired with Poitor's like block shader, the pixel voxel shader?
Pretty much.
You've seen it.
Yeah, you can pretty much inject it into anything.
What shade are you using it with?
Well, I'm using my own shader, and then so the next basic thing I was just going to talk about real quick is if you see my mouth, you can see how my mouth, if you look at it from the side, it's not like on my face, it's in my face.
Wait, it's like anime mouth. What?
Yeah, I got anime mouth.
You're right.
How'd you do that?
That's done using stencils. So I have basically it's so the outline, you see this, the outline, there's like my face, there's the outline of the mouth, there's a like invisible sort of mesh inside the outline of the mouth, and then there's the inside of the mouth. And so the way the stencils are set up, the outline and the invisible mesh are shown through my face, and then the inside of the mouth is shown through the invisible mesh. So you can get like a cool 2D mouth effect. You get the anime mouth. You can do it with basically any shader that supports stenciling. It's not an effect I see a lot, but it's super fun. I'd love to see more people give it a shot.
Sure. Oh, that's cool. Impressive. But let's see, I made it clonable, so if people want to take a look at themselves, then they're free to.
Go surfing.
I am now G1.
Show this off later. Oh yeah, and if any of you, you know, been here before and you've seen what I do with toes, yeah, you can do it on this model as well. I can take the shoes off.
Oh, whoa?
Oh no.
Toes? What?
Babies are really
It works best if you got index controllers.
Oh, I didn't have the streaming camera out like I was supposed to. Whoops.
Yeah, so if you
Catch the actual G1.
it's under body, it's toggle toe controls. Oh no, my hands on my own neck. My hubris.
Booty.
Dude, ribbon, look at my feet. Look at my feet, this is sick.
Ew.
You got the drip.
I can like crunch my.
I got quite a lot of materials in this because of props plus that I haven't optimized plus VRC lens at 6 by itself.
Fist bump.
This has a emotes.
Fist bump.
Yeah.
I gotta say, if this was in like Pixar-style renderings, this would pass for a cartoon NPC.
Hang on, I gotta.
I've got my 1 foot clenched.
I love. So yeah, if you go to body, switch to morphs, you can go to GFP and then you'll go on the dark.
Rock and roll with the feet looks so weird.
Wow.
Oh, I can see the gradient. Might just move like this.
I love it. I always do it with the toes because people either love it or hate it. They either love it or they really it freaks them out.
Oh, I love it.
How come some people glowing in the dark are brighter than others?
It must be because of the lights are set up. So if it gets too dark, then it sort of scales back down to near lightless. Like so, if I go over here, then I'm like normal again.
That's crazy cool.
Hey, G1.
Still a work in progress.
Oh, that's why the shorts doesn't do anything.
Oh yeah, you cannot. There's a minimum clothes. You can either the shorts or the wetsuit. You cannot take them both off. You have to have one on at all times because it made some people uncomfortable being able to take them all off.
Understandable.
I can see that. I can see. Have a nice day.
To be honest, this isn't like the worst avatar for that kind of stuff. At least it doesn't have like parts under it, so.
Yeah, there's nothing down there. It's like a Ken doll.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skate. Whoa.
Like this is VRChat. Like every avatar almost could get naked.
Oh shit, I can't see my hand in 2D.
Am I naked?
Okay.
That's a good question.
Valid point.
Still in VR, definitely.
Spread
Oh,
no.
More avatars need toe controls.
Like make it a just make
Caught Bento.
No, if you want to make the world a more cursed place, just make an automatic toes like control prefab that people can stick on the avatars that'll set itself up automatically.
God damn, no.
Now see, all you gotta do is set up a thing so it'll automatically do it, and then just make it a public prefab, and then see how many people put it on their avatars, and it'll be a whole new like cursed. It'll be like the DPS shader.
Here you go, Bento. In 2D.
I would adore it. I would love it. I have so much fun with it.
I would rig my feet just to do that.
Perfect. That's what I'm going for. That's good. I'm glad that.
Like it's not hard to do.
Yeah, hey Ribbon, come over. No. Stand next to me, come on.
It's just rotation constraints.
Like the big one is.
Here. Okay. Now look in the mirror.
The big one is just making either a tutorial on it or making it public, because most people
And don't look over here. Don't ever look over here.
In the mirror.
Yeah, because it's facing you.
Are flat in the mirror.
Yeah, if you see here when I toggle it, you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oh yeah. Interesting.
Disable locomotion. Ooh.
Ooh, oh yeah, uses Nostrils animator. Shout out to Nostrils.
Hey, you shouldn't have the disabled shower right on.
You're calling Nojo try hard animator. What do you say about Frada? This animator is even more complex.
But yeah, no,
It's too complex for most people.
Hey, yes.
Mm.
Oh, I forgot I'm 2D.
Avatars, just like DPS started.
I went to touch you and then I said no arms.
Just like a million different things on them. It's so funny to look at people's avatar stats and see like 15 lights on it, and you're just like, so why do you have 15 light sources on your avatar?
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. It doesn't have to.
Where are they?
Thing now, this my friend with 11 lights. I'm like, okay.
You glow in the dark, G1.
You're doing this.
You know what they say about that?
But it's so funny, if you see more than maybe like 3 at the most, like light sources, they definitely have that on their avatar.
Oh, you know what they say.
It's commonly known. It's a common expression. You know what they say.
So why can't you guys tell me?
Boop. Boop.
Comic Sans.
Boop. Ha, you didn't even boop me.
I get booped in the snoot.
Yeah, but you can't boop me, G1.
You're infinitely far away. I cannot reach.
Yeah, you know what they say.
Oh, high five. Yeah.
I know. Like 1000%.
I do actually like the stencil mouth thing though. It actually is pretty good speed control.
I don't like how big the hands
I
are.
can think of one other person that I saw really do it.
I feel like I could crush anybody with those hands.
His hands are awesome. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like, yeah, G1, like I said, I feel like I can crush anybody with those hands.
He blended into hands like Assassin's Creed.
Mine's like, look at this. My hands come to here. That's like the tip of my fingers.
Get.
Yeah, look at this.
I feel like the pace of the fingers.
No.
This is
Yeah, you do this.
Ah!
I also have really small hands too.
Oh yeah. Ah.
Double jump.
Let me help you here, G1.
Probably the shortest person in this world, at least.
Oh, he's stuck on my toes. Why would you do that?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh wait, back you, back demon.
Back. Go back to the 2D world, demon. Ah! Yeah.
It only tilts up or down. If you tilt forward, it will push you down. If you tilt back, it pushes you up.
It's
there's a setting for like you have to move. You can't just remain still, otherwise you do start dropping slowly.
I wonder if we'll ever get a day where we get old Avatar Flight back where it actually didn't drop.
I don't think so.
To be honest, it's true too, though, considering what you're seeing right now is actually VRChat intentionally adding Avatar Flight, because they were actually going to patch it, but they knew too many people would throw a fit.
And the way it works right now is fine.
It shouldn't exist with the 3.0 locomotion. They purposely re-enabled it.
Really? I had it work since the beginning of the beta, pretty much. Beta.
No, it used, the thing is it was originally a bug in the game. When they redid locomotion, it originally didn't work. It got fixed, but they added it back before the official release.
But I had it working even before the release of Avatar 3.0 on a 3.0 Avatar.
No, that's what I'm saying is like in the early stages of making like 3.0 and stuff with the, or it's not specifically 3.0, it's the new locomotion for 3.0.
Oh. Whee.
You know how, or actually it's not 3.0, it's Udon World.
Oh, that, yeah.
I was calling 3-put. I get 3-put and it on mixed up sometimes with the system, but I mean
But the
Udon
problem,
for
you know what the problem
There
is
we go,
with
I'm gonna keep it
Udon?
like that.
Is if you enable that, you break a lot of systems.
But it doesn't
If you
stick
enable
to the
legacy.
emotion if you leave the wheel.
Yeah, I know. It's the reason it breaks a lot of stuff is because it's specifically a janky rendition to bring back all the bugs of Legacy.
Mine.
It's literally VRChat's attempt to like add the bugs that existed before, and you know, purposely trying to make a bug work doesn't work as well.
Don't move. It's just no one uses it anymore in Udon form.
Got it.
Got it.
I caught an axolotl. I like it a lotl.
Oh god.
That would be just out of Animal Crossing. Yeah.
Who else can I catch here?
Thank you. That was the goal. Pretty cool.
Fine. Oh, money! I'm gonna catch the money! Yeah! Oh, what? Here we go. My money. Get out of here. Beautiful. Oh my god, Bento, look at all the money!
Yeah, lots of money in there.
It's empty.
You're rich! Look, oh, more money.
I mean, you know, I can be made out of money, you know, wait. I can be gold, you know.
Economic crisis.
I see.
Interesting.
I blame those two for the economic crisis. Look, they're spewing out money constantly.
Beep boop beep beep. Bro. Oh, it's so dark in here.
It is dark in here.
Let's go, let's go. Maximum glow.
You're burning my eyes.
It actually is also ore.
We need to go at me in Avatar Roundup discussion. Are you part of the Discord?
Oh, whoops. Hey, I clicked the wrong button there, so I was supposed to click recalibrate and I clicked respawn.
Let's see how much brightness do I have on this right now. 12. Is this 12%?
Just a swimsuit.
Oh, hi G1, how are you doing today?
Hi there. I'm green.
Yeah, hi G1, how are you doing today?
That was awesome. He's talking.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi G1, how are you doing today?
You good with G1? With the amount of time you got?
G1's got an interesting accent.
You made a really good avatar.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
No, there's really good G1. Control is really interesting.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for testing. Hold on, where's Text Machine? I'm not his avatar.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for coming. Avatar Roundup, August 2021.
The tall one, I like super modified it.
That's right, that was this month. Wow, what happened to this year? It's already August.
It's like, yeah, I like the face like the proportions and like the back and everything that like the super tall one had. So
Mom, I'm on TV!
I'm gonna turn on the light mode because I'm not so sure that this works all that well.
Yeah, I can't see much.
I'm gonna have to switch because
Food.
Sorry, yeah, I'll add something into that to keep your eyes from being fried.
Hey, what's that? Good colors. Good colors.
Snow.
God, why?
He keeps putting the
Dude, Beyblade.
colors. It's good colors. Good colors.
it's based off the
trifle.
I had to kind of nonchalantly ask Sal what her favorite moth was.
Oh, now it's a bag of flowers? What is that?
Oh.
See animation practice bag.
Can we sniff this?
This is not my like casual use
Dude, isn't it crazy when you rotate your arm, your bones overlap?
There's a fix for that that you need to do, like you need to add like
Nah, I'm talking in real life. Your forearm bones overlap when you turn it.
Yeah,
Well,
twist on each other.
yeah. I enjoyed coming out here today. It feels good to be to come back to one of these. I know I missed the last one, but I was like, ah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's good to hear too.
Yeah, I'm gonna click the